congratulations on the victory. Hard-fought win, hard-fought decision. What are your thoughts now that the dust is settled here in Singapore?
I'm super disappointed. I'm disappointed for the fans. I come to fight. I always come to fight. I think we can show from what I was doing or trying to do. Obviously, I was too complacent in the second. I just kind of laid there and hit him a lot from the bottom. But he wasn't doing nothing. I don't think I have a mark on my face. I don't feel anything. He wasn't doing nothing but holding, and this is a fight. But overall, I take the responsibility. I should have done more. I should have been complacent in the second for whatever reason. But overall, I'm super disappointed at myself, not at him. I know that was his game plan. Fighting a guy like that's always really hard to do because they just want to lay there. They don't really want to do a whole lot. They don't try to improve really. Every time he tried to improve, I swept him. Anytime I wanted to come up, I come up. But the only thing I can really say for him is he had the good single against the cage. I was anticipating it, but I think maybe I worked on it too late. But I started to get that time to get the end and what we worked on. But overall, super disappointed. Long win.
So what type of fight did you said you expected that game plan from him, but I guess what type of fight did you expect in there? Because I'm sure you didn't expect, as you just said, for him to just hold you throughout the fight.
Yeah, I was expecting him to, if he did get me down, improve position. It's hard to stand up from somebody when they just hold and hold. He tried a couple shots, I moved. As soon as obviously in the second, like I said, I was complacent. But when he did try to hit, I was moving, I was trying. Most of the other time he just held. I just had to hit him from the elbows, hands. But I was expecting a 15 minutes. But I was expecting to be more dominant. But I keep saying but I felt like when I was on top, I was dominant. When I wanted to move, I moved. And when he gave me space, I moved. I knew nobody can hold me down when they try to get space. Obviously, holding someone's a lot different. You have to create space. And every time he did, I felt like I was up from what I remember.
That complacity you said in the second round, was that something that he was doing or something that you were trying to adjust in there? Like, where did that come from in round two?
In the second, I didn't want to waste too much energy. The weight cut was pretty hard this time. I don't know, because it's the first time I've ever been out of the country. I don't know what it had to do with that or what it was. I didn't have my nutritionist with me, but Charles helped me so much at the last bit. But maybe it was more in my head. I don't know. I just know that I didn't want to create so much energy and get tired, because I know that's what he wanted, was for me to get tired. So maybe that's where it's come from. But
how bad was the weight cut? Like, how much did you have to cut so close to weigh-in?
Surprisingly, the weight was low because I got in early, so I was at like 203 when we got in, and I was starting to drop low, so I come back up to hold it at 203. But then they gave me distilled water one day, not the PI, but somebody else. And my nutritionist thinks that's what did it, because I dehydrate you, the distilled water. Between that and a couple other things, I think it was that. But that's no excuse, man. I still turned it up in the third. I still think I won the first. And overall, from a fighter's perspective, I was trying to hurt him. I was trying to finish. I felt like I was so close one time, but he did a good job of turning it in with the rear naked, I think twice. But good on him, you know. Like I said, fighting guys like this is super hard.
Do you think the boos at the end were just because there's a lot of support here for him because it's so close to Australia, or do you think they were just upset with the decision?
I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. Definitely probably more the first one. It's more his home turf. But man, I am a fan, obviously, but I was the fighter then. And I was still am super disappointed. Because, man, I don't like to fight like that. I have 20-something pro fights, and none of them have been like that. And I'm disappointed for the fans. I come here to put on shows. All my UFC fights show that, and I'm just disappointed from a fan's perspective.
And I don't know if you're aware, but since 2019, you just tied Israel Adesanya with 7 wins for the most middleweight wins in that time span. So what do you want next for your career?
Hopefully October 6th. That's what I'm looking for, October 6th. I like this guy a lot as a person, I really do. But hopefully Anthony Hernandez, we can get that business cracking October 6th, man. Like I said, I really like this guy. As a person, I think he's a great guy, but business is business. And I hope to get him October 6th.
Why? Just because you like that matchup, like specifically, or ranking-wise, or what else?
Matchup-wise, we fought for the LFA belt a while back, and that's the worst performance of my whole life. Obviously, for circumstances, I'm happy for him that he got that win because of everything that transpired after for his family. But now it's a whole different time. I'm a whole different guy, and I just want to fight him again.
And finally, what was that mask you walked out with?
So the mask was for the people, man. It was for the many. My family has fought for America. You know, they were all in the Marine Corps. They fought in World War II, Vietnam, Desert Storm. They fought for the people, for the many to have a voice, and that's what that mask represents. It's for the people. Cold down.
when you fight a guy with a style like the one tonight, do you know coming in like, okay, this is probably going to be a bit of a grueling one, this is probably going to be not as fan-friendly as I want it to be, or do you just have to put that out of your mind and fight how you want to fight?
Honestly, I was putting it out of my mind. I was just trying to do me. I thought maybe I could put him out on the feet, but I only connected flush, I think like flush once. He did a good job of staying at distance until he wanted to shoot. But then again, like I always say, I always take responsibility. It's my fault, and I could have done better. I could have done more, but it is what it is now.
Is there something you can learn from this fight, or is it just like, there are some fights that aren't exciting, there's nothing you can do about it, you just have to forget about it and move on?
I feel like that's where I need to be. Some fights just aren't exciting, some matchups aren't. I'm the guy that likes to go out on my shield if I have to, but I knew this guy wasn't going to be the one to make me go out on my shield. I knew I was going to have to dig deep, and that's what my coaches told me going into the third. I was too complacent in the second. Let's kick it up, let's turn it up, and let's get to work. And that's exactly what I had to do. I couldn't just rest, I couldn't just be complacent. I had to go out there and I had to earn that third round.
Win to win.
Yeah, that's what they say, right?
Brendan, over here. You sort of sense of urgency when you got third round. Like, you gotta make something happen now. Were you afraid of leaving it to the judges?
Yeah, I think I'm always afraid to leave it to the judges, to be honest with you. We never know how they're judging, we never know what they're scoring on. Hey, I'm lucky that this was in my favor this time. You never know how it's going to be. I'm glad that they ruled like a real fight should be. More damage, more trying to finish rather than just holding for position. This isn't just strict jiu-jitsu. This isn't any of that. I was trying to finish, and that's what I was coming to do. I didn't get it done, and I'm disappointed with that. But overall, I was trying to finish. I was trying to do damage. He has more damage than me. Thank you. Thank you.
Brandon, one more. I saw you at the Fighter Hotel yesterday carrying on Strikeforce gloves. Why did you train in Strikeforce gloves? Any specific reason?
So I always give away my UFC gloves to family, friends, or I trade in them. My friend fought in Strikeforce back in the day, Kurt Holloway, and it's funny because I bought those gloves in another red pair that were just identical to the ones they fought in when I was an amateur. And I fought in those gloves in the red pair as an amateur in Mississippi. So, I don't know, it's just kind of, I like to kick it old school, I like to keep it old school.
It's probably a collector's item at this point.
Probably, right? But the things are worn off, man, they're so old. Good. Thank you guys.